This podcast contains discussions about sensitive topics, including mental health, alcohol and substance use, as well as suicide. It may also include strong language. The viewpoints expressed by guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. If you or someone you know needs support, please reach out to a trusted professional or a helpline.
Twist the throttle, let it burn. Every mile's a lesson learned. Lean it hard, don't let it slide. Life's a ride we cannot hide.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Twist the Throttle. We have Disco, Dyson,
Mr.
Chris.
Yeah, man of many names.
Man with three names.
Three names, only three this time.
Not four like Kaya.
Yeah.
So who is Chris Disco Dyson when you strip back all the labels, mate? What's the not a dad, not a partner, not a writer? How do you see yourself?
To be fair, I think most of all I've really ever wanted was to be a dad.
Yeah.
And then when I got the opportunity with my wife and my daughter, that was pretty cool. Well, Caitlin is my daughter. She turns 14 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not biologically mine, but
Yours.
my dad. Yeah.
Yep.
Mine, could not, if you didn't know,
Yep.
hanging out, she is cut from me.
Definitely.
Definitely
A
attitude,
definitely
talking,
a shithead as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Must be a Kiwi gene because I always wanted to be a dad too.
Yeah.
It's just something I've always
Grown up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my dad's great. Just always puts everyone else first.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we had Rebecca on. So you're the only two in your family?
No, well,
Benny. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, Benny.
No.
Sorry, Benny. Forgotten about
As
you,
well.
mate.
Munchie. No, there's the three of us.
Yeah.
And then that extended to our cousins as well.
Yeah.
Because my cousin's parents split up when I was about 13, and my dad took in a much sort of more hands-on,
Yeah.
like uncle role, and sort of took the boys out to do fun stuff and camping and motorbikes and just that sort of
all the stuff that was lacking.
yeah, just trying to give good balance, I guess, for them.
That's good.
And yeah, just trying to be like my dad. Really,
Yeah.
is what I've tried to be and tried to do and keep trying to do.
Mhm.
Being better, sort of every day, I guess, is
Yeah.
the trick,
That's
really.
it.
And then my wife and I have got River as well,
Yeah.
who came into our lives just under 2 years ago now.
Yeah, we've got a
And
couple of questions about him coming up.
Yeah, that blew me away.
Yeah.
Like, just
Holding someone's half.
holding him for the first time, and he shit on me when we got skin to skin. That was me first
Perfect.
half an hour with it. The meconium
It's like
came
that,
out.
what do you call it? The red flags are there from the start. When you listen to this at 18, mate, you told him earlier.
And then he, when I'm around and at home and stuff, he just follows me.
He's chill. A really chill kid, yeah.
He's a great kid.
Oh, he's getting wild at the moment.
Yeah.
He's climbing everything.
Yes,
Yep.
he is. Little monkey boy.
He's figured out how to open the ranch slider, so he'll drag a box to
Yeah.
the ranch
Yeah.
slider, unlock it, and then open the door.
Off he
then
goes.
Open the...
I was 3 and I broke out of the house and went across the main road and went into some blackberries. And Dad used to work at the power station in New Plymouth, and I could see the tower.
So you knew which way to go.
I knew where he was,
Yeah.
so I went off to go and see Dad at work
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the power
yeah.
station, and went through this blackberry bush. But beside the blackberry bushes was a fucking straight off drop.
Jesus.
And I had my little watch on, and I was fucking off I went. And Dad, I still owe my dad a leather vest because he had to come in and get me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we had a little moment with Riv the other night at my place. He was you chucked him in the front seat of the car, chucked the keys on the passenger seat. We're all leaning up against the car having a chat, and all of a sudden the car lurches forward.
Yeah. You
Found the keys, put it into ignition, turned it. Us walking, he's a smart little cookie.
you show him something one time, and he then copies you.
I think the funniest part of that was we all shit ourselves, and Jigs just shoved his head in and goes, "Mate, put it in neutral."
Good.
What are we trying to teach her?
So you met this fella training forklifts, yeah?
I was in the middle of transitioning jobs. I needed a forklift license. Basically turned up on the bike on day 2 because
Yeah.
I had some other muppet for day 1. Turned up day 2.
Yeah, I think you had the Sulphur City top on. And I hadn't heard of the boys before, so I was like, "Where are you guys from?"
Yeah, I had my armoured hoodie on. And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And then we just started chatting, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm part of the bike club as well. I'm president." And yada, yada.
How long you been here in Australia?
When
Yeah.
I met him,
Yeah.
we'd been back maybe 4 months.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
You hadn't really found anybody to ride with pre that?
To be fair, no. Like
No.
I was working at Hands on Kawasaki in Lilydale
Yep.
as a part-time workshop manager. I was working there 6 days. So I was
Yeah.
out of the house at sort of 6 or 7 in the morning every day, and I wasn't getting home till 7 at night. So
Mm.
the only riding I did was maybe one day on a weekend
Yeah.
on my way home.
Bit of
I'd
free
go
time.
up Taggart from Lilydale,
Yep.
Alex, and then back to Sunbury, and then so I'd make a loop on my way home,
Mm.
and that was sort of my riding, other than going to work. And
Yep.
like going from Sunbury to Lilydale every day, I was doing sort of 1,500 k's a week,
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
and it got hard towards the end just because you're out of the house, you're not really doing
Yeah, yeah.
other than working, and then I had the opportunity to get into the Westgate Tunnel just on a forklift,
Yeah.
driving trucks.
Yeah.
Jumped at that, and
Mm.
Met up with Jeff.
Met up with Jeff. Started talking bikes, and then just going through stuff, and then he
Pretty top bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes all right, eh? And then he goes, "Oh yeah, we got this group chat. I'll add you to it." And then what you see, we've got a meeting on Sunday. Come
Ping,
down. And,
ping, 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 ping.
oh yeah, I muted that almost immediately.
Immediately. Most people do.
Yeah, so
So when you first met the Rest Nuts, when did you realise they were your people?
probably like feeling good about the whole thing. Probably 2 or 3 meetings in,
Yeah.
and then
I remember Riv was born
And
around
then-
that same time.
and then yeah. So like the first one I came to was in May. Then we had June, and then by the third one we'd had River.
Yeah.
And
Cindy had met us.
yeah, Cindy had met you guys. The week after Riv was born, we had the July meeting,
Yeah.
and
Got the big basket.
got the big basket, got the FNG, and it was just sort of like I was nearly crying when you guys handed me the basket and stuff, because
Yeah.
like I was
You weren't expecting it.
wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it. Just
Yeah.
you know, I was
Still the new guy. Yeah.
still the new guy, and I was completely blown away just
Yeah.
by the generosity and like the inviting into the club, not just the club, but into everyone's families and that
Yep.
sort of stuff. And then, because at that time, in the first couple of meetings, Em and Jigs had just had Danny,
Yeah.
and she was 7 weeks old. And the fact that everyone's kids and family,
Yeah.
like I've been a part of bike clubs for 10 plus years, and it just hits different. It just hit different,
Yeah.
and it was the sort of thing I feel like I've been missing a bit with the older clubs, and just
Yeah.
everything just sort of fell into place, really.
So what's the difference between riding mates and a brotherhood?
Riding mates and a brotherhood. Like I've ridden with a lot of mates, different guys, and then say for the brotherhood, I think it's the ability to lean on a mate or
Yeah.
lean on a brother. That
Yeah.
when shit's not quite going your way, you just need someone to chat to.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. That you can reach out to one of your brothers, and they care.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to say that, like, you know, mates don't care, but
It's a big difference. There's a difference between, like we call
A
it,
work mate.
We call it like the 7 a.m., the 7 p.m. mate or the 2 a.m. mate.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm fucked at 2 a.m. There's only 10 people I can call. It's like now I've got 20.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
To be fair, not had always a shitload of mates, like
Yeah.
really close mates. Before sort of coming back, after I left Melbourne when I was 18,
Yeah.
and after I left school and stuff, there's one guy I still talk to from school, and he was my best man at my weddings. And like the guys that I've ridden bikes with over in NZ that I've done a lot of miles with, I really love them. Same as you guys.
Yeah.
Just not in a club.
Well, we're
not-
trying to bridge that gap at the moment.
Yeah, we
have that sister relationship with them. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just sort of try and figure out bits and pieces
yeah.
there. But
Obviously, getting across the pond isn't as easy with a bike, but
no,
yeah,
no.
and hiring them's not that cheap. So
No, it's
that was the
not.
main expense. Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a bike over
Yeah.
there I could go and grab and use. And
We'll
go and do
talk
it.
to Roger. I'm sure he's got a bike in New Zealand
Maybe.
somehow.
We can probably figure it out. So you got the road name Disco. Where did that come from, mate?
I left this question in because I know the story, but I want to see what you say.
So there's the version that my wife doesn't like me to tell, and
Yeah.
then there's the version that we've come up with so that it somewhat appeases my wife because it still has the
Disco.
So the disco comes from Alpine Run,
Yeah.
where Jeff and I spent 14 hours parked up in front of his bike.
That was a great day.
There's a bit of ecstasy, and my eyes were the size of dinner plates, and it was still daylight.
I can put a photo in here.
Yes, you can.
And now Cindy's turned off.
And so that's the version.
And
That,
now we're more the dice go, aren't we?
yeah, the coming with the road name and that sort of thing, Cindy wanted me to change the lettering from ISCO to DYSCO,
We've done that. That's
which
not
we've
an
done
issue.
now because
It is a family club and we want to keep everybody happy.
Yeah, so the number plate on the bike is DYSCO now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just got it so it matches up.
So what are you riding now, mate? What is the bike?
We have a 2025 Lowrider S,
Yeah.
dubbed
Loose.
the Skank, or as my wife would like to call it, but her name is Lucy.
Yeah.
Because Lucy gets...
More attention than the wife.
That's not true.
She's a part of the relationship as well.
Yeah, it's a thruple.
I think I called you after you put a post on about having Lucy in your relationship and something or other. My wife's like, I didn't know that they were like that. And I'm like, I have to call him. That's hilarious.
I read that. I read that too, and I'm kind of like, fuck.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, that was a good joke. Now, Cindy and I are expecting another baby, so we
Yeah,
use
we're gonna get into
that.
Yeah.
So when you get into the servo there, I'm guessing you top up with 98.
Yep, most of the time.
Do you have chats to people?
If there's someone there, I don't. Depends on the situation, yeah.
So I'm a car guy as well, so I like, but if there's a nice car there or just anything in general.
Yeah, and if there's something that catches my eye, I'll definitely go out and my way.
Yeah, you don't come across as a person that's not afraid to have a bit of a chat.
No, definitely not.
What's your go-to food, drink?
Breakfast of champions, Red Bull and a pie.
Yeah, go.
Because while I was racing, that was, on the way, get the fuel for the day,
Get the fuel for you.
get a pie and a Red Bull, and that was the start.
So what type of riding you into, mate? Sunrise ride, night ride?
I'll ride anywhere,
Yeah.
anytime,
Yeah.
anywhere, in any condition, really. I just love riding.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something I got really into until I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked myself up a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my dad used to race when he was younger. Was really good at it. Won some Victorian Enduro Championships. I can get you some photos for that too.
Yep.
Yeah, he knew how expensive it was, and he was never going to push something that cost so much time wise and actual money wise on us if we weren't interested. He said to us, if you want to do it, we'll do it, but you have to
Commit to it.
yeah. So like I had bikes growing up, but nothing like we'd go out every weekend and ride it. I played rugby league for 11 years.
You're a league boy, wow.
Yeah, I played hooker and prop, and I could do most things with the ball. I sort of floated between forwards and backs in my last couple of years because I could kick a ball, and then I could just read how the game was going.
That's good. So in the helmet, do you have music or you're in silence?
I never used to have music. It's come in a lot more over the last, say, 4 years. I never had anything. It was always the bike, the noise, the feeling. And then I feel as I've gotten as a better rider and that sort of thing, I don't need to, like...
As much feedback
Yeah.
to know what's happening.
Yeah, like I've gotten more comfortable. Like I know I don't need to look at the gauges. I know I can feel what the
Yep.
bike's doing.
I'm a bit of both. Sometimes I like a bit of silence, but I love music. Rock.
So yeah, a lot of music. I've done audio books.
Yep.
Doing touring down the South Island. Just depends on the mood, really.
Yeah.
If you could only ride one road forever, where would you ride?
Oh, wow. I have come across the Omeo Highway very recently,
Yeah.
and to be fair, that's some of the best riding I've ever done. And I've ridden a couple of countries. North and South Islands in New Zealand. The scenery in the South Island is beautiful, especially once you get down towards the passes, Lewis Pass, Arthur's Pass, Haas Pass, into like Wanaka and stuff. It's
West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. All the way
West
down
Coast
the
is fucking good, isn't it?
Oh, it's like you look at it, it's just like postcard everywhere you
Closest
look.
part to Australia, that's all.
Yeah.
So you like the North and South Island of Tasmania? The Western Islands?
Yeah, West.
Eastern Islands of Tassie?
So when you went to the South Island, did you change your currency in the North Island, or did you do it when you got to the South Island? Mate?
No, we didn't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to? Oh.
But
I always do that one when somebody's going, I'm going to New Zealand. I'll make sure you change your currency in the North Island. You'll get ripped off in the South Island.
So born in Melbourne, mate, moved to New Zealand, raced over there, now back here. What did New Zealand give you besides a beautiful wife?
besides a beautiful wife, I think it took me away from the temptations that I found would have probably destroyed me here in Melbourne. Not so much that I can't get a hold of it, but I know what I was like when I was in my 90s, like 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
And I feel if I'd have fallen in with the sort of group
That you had to.
that you do naturally, I feel like I would have been a much different person now.
Yeah.
It's a lot more laid back in New Zealand as well. Like it's sort of like what we grew up with, or what I grew up with here in Melbourne in the early 90s. Was what New Zealand was in the late 2010s.
Yeah.
And where we were was like 80,000. So it was small, it was quiet, and it was borderline country, and it was fun. Like I moved around a little bit. Like I chased jobs and chased money and different experiences. I went into share house, like lived in flats and share houses, and I lived in the house where Rhythm and Vines is.
Oh, nice.
And got to know the owner and his wife and kids now, and that was cool. You know, different experience being in a massive share house. Like there was like 10 of us living in that joint. The house was massive.
Yeah.
And you know, just different sort of
Lifestyle.
vibes. Yeah, different life.
Different
I
life.
never really got into like the fishing side of things, which is massive in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It was just trying to find me, I guess.
Yeah.
And then sort of found bikes, and then from bikes went to racing, and then yeah,
So, what culture did you bring from New Zealand over to Australia with you?
the family vibe, like that.
Tight knit.
So proper family's not the right word, whānau,
Whānau.
because it's not just your immediate family; it's the family that you bring in around you, that you
friends.
associate with, and friends that you
Cousins.
Yeah, and it's the bigger family that helps sort of bring, I guess, the glue together. And
So what part of yourself did you leave behind?
in a lot of ways, I haven't left all of it behind. I don't think you really ever let go. You just sort of grow out of, I think is the right way, because those bits are there because they help make you what you are now.
Yep.
I think the immaturity, definitely, that took a long time to go.
Yep.
Bad money spending habits and all that sort of stupid shit that you do when you're younger and you want see thing, one thing, got it.
Yep.
Don't really care, figure it out later.
Well, you're supposed to grow out of it.
Apparently. My wife has definitely brought that in line a bit more for me, because I still do it on occasion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get a bit impulsive and whatnot, and then just try to make the most of each day.
So what was the hardest part about leaving New Zealand and rebuilding your life back here?
Honestly, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
So when we decided we were coming to Australia, I'd spent a week over here for my brother's Bucks party, which his party was only for a weekend, but I wanted to stay for
Okay.
a bit longer, catch up with some more mates and that sort of stuff. I hadn't been back for, like sort of 5 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to catch up, mates, and see, what's changed and what's moving and happening and all that sort of stuff. And then on the Saturday night, which was the Bucks night for my brother, called my wife while we were at the horse races before the start of the big night, and just said, hey,
Just thinking about.
we were already thinking about moving anyway. We were looking at the South Island out of Christchurch, and we're like, what about Australia? And she goes, what about it? And I go, well, I can earn such and such and such and such, and you might not even have to work, and you can spend more time at home with Caitlin and that sort of stuff. And then we talked about it more once I got home, and then from a 5-minute phone call and a 5-10 minute chat,
To
and a month later we'd booked tickets, and
Wow.
You're on
3
the way.
months, and then we had 3 months to renovate pretty much 2 houses, pack everything, and then a month after that we found out we were having Riv, which was about 2 weeks after my brother's wedding, and when I got home from my South Island motorbike trip. Things changed very quickly from just us, the three of us, moving and trying to get in and settle in and that sort of thing, to, oh shit, we're having a baby. And
this is
then
happening,
Life changed pretty quickly, didn't it?
well, certainly
I never realised what I was in for when my ex got pregnant. It changed her a lot. Like they go through a hell of a lot of stuff. I guess River being your first, they go through a lot of hormones.
to be fair, Cindy was a trooper. No, she was fabulous. Like, there was no major there was no mood swings. There was no anything like that.
She's a rock.
Yeah, she's amazing. I just tried to make every bit of the pregnancy as good as I can. So like, we always get up early anyway. She likes a bit of peace and quiet before the kids get up, and then so she's got usually up an hour before everyone else. So I get up and make breakfast in the morning, so before the nausea would come on, and then I just draw in. If you need anything, I just keep asking.
No, it's good.
Yeah, we're going to get more into the family stuff a bit later.
Yeah.
I just wanted to brush on you. We've mentioned the racing. What did racing do for your mindset?
I think it was the focus, really. The hyperfixation at the time for me. Like, I dived straight into it. Started with my brother got a race bike, started racing 250s, and then I come up and watched him. I'm like,
I could do this.
fuck, that looks
4-stroke?
fun. Yeah.
4-stroke.
On the road, all road racing
Yeah.
at that time. I'm like, that looks like fun. I want to do that. 2 months later, I had one, and sure enough, we're racing each other down the road, and then it just progressed from 250s, and then we raced in that for 2 or 3 years together, and I got other bikes, so I started racing different classes, and then I got a triple 600 450, which is a G6R 600 with the piston removed and a bob weight on the crank to keep the balance.
Going,
I raced that for a year. I kept blowing it up. That was not much fun.
Guess you learn how to work on bikes pretty
Yeah, definitely. At the time, I was a heavy diesel mechanic, and then got into being a bike mechanic.
Yep.
And then from the 450, I bought 2 G6R 750s to try and race against thousands because I wanted to be different. So raced those for a full season, had some positive results and that sort of stuff. And I had the opportunity. I sold both engines out of those bikes to Hayden Padden, former WRC rally driver.
Yeah, nice.
So, got to talk stuff with him, and he signed my toolbox.
Beautiful.
He turned those into those little hill climb things.
Oh, yeah.
Those things scream. He bought both of those and put them in those, and then from the 750s and the money out of that, I bought 2 ZX10s and raced those. And
Wow.
got some...
pretty fast fucking bike.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does racing teach you about fear?
Throw it out the window, really.
Yeah, gotta let it go.
There's a switch, right? So, like, at the start, I was riding around, and I'm like, I don't really want to fall off. And then you sort of get to a point where you're comfortable falling off. And the crashes, most of the time, you tuck the front and you're sliding. You're not really. And then at a point, you just go, it doesn't hurt that bad. And, like, when you come off at, like, 160 and you just slide and then you stand up and then walk and pick the bike up after it's cartwheeled through the gravel, you're like, right, I feel pretty bulletproof. And then from that point, it's just like a switch.
I've said following you and to some of the boys, like it comes up a bit later again, one of the better riders in our club by far. And they say, like, I don't know how he can go into a corner so quick. I said, because he's been beyond the limit. He knows where the limit is. We're all on that. Fuck, if I come off, this is going to cost me my 40 grand bike, fucking time off work, all the rest of it. You know where that line is because you've gone beyond it.
Yeah.
I said, and that's the big difference in the mindset of how we ride. Like, I'm still, this is going to hurt, this is going to cost me money. And you're like, no, fucking, you can go further than that.
100%.
Yeah, trust it and hook in.
When we went up back in other side of the Melbourne, we were going up that road, and you're pointing out shit on the road as you're going around
Half a seat.
I knew you were a fucking wicked rider.
Yeah.
But it's not even so much that. Like, I did some really stupid shit before I got really quick at racing. Like, riding on the road, like, way beyond what I should have been doing. Just doing dumb shit, taking risks, going in harder than I should.
Yeah.
And it cost me in a couple of things. I've had a couple of good crashes. I've ended up in hospital for a week at a time. And just overconfidence and complacency really creep in when on the road, I think, a lot. And that really kicked my ass. And
I think complacency's underrated. So many people just, I do this all the time. Like, yeah, but you the first time you did it, you knew what could happen. Yeah, but you start to forget that shit. Yeah.
Do you have a racing moment that sticks with you?
Actually, yeah, but it's not really mine. There's 2 specifically. Watching my brother win his first race. So I got into team management towards the end of racing in New Zealand. Got a bit too cost prohibitive, so I sold both my bikes, both to mates, and I managed
their team,
ordered all their bits, made sure their bikes were on point, so they could just turn up and race. And one of my riders got a national level podium against some of the top riders in New Zealand, and that was sick. That was sick. Watching him just carve through it like it was a drying wet race, and he's a madman when it comes to Benny Boy. He's a dairy farmer out of Tokoroa, and he rides that just threw it in and just like beat. So Tony Rees in New Zealand is a multi-time superbike champion.
Yep.
Managed to keep him at bay in a drying track for a bunch of laps, and that was really impressive. But the machinery difference between the two bikes that they were on was phenomenal anyway, but then the years of experience in that as well, and it was just cool.
Holding his own was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is the speed you're saying there, was that something that was always in you, or did that develop through the racing?
Definitely, like, I always rode fast,
Yeah.
but dangerously, I guess, before I started racing, and then actually getting onto the track and then riding what I thought was hard, and then there was kids coming past me on 300s.
Yeah.
And like, I was on a big bike. I had a fairly new G6R 750 that I had on the road, and I had people who were on smaller bikes just making me look stupid, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What am I doing different?
Yeah, and then it kind of got to the mindset where you don't really want to do it on your nice bike, so you buy a shit track bike and just beat the shit out of that because it costs a hell of a lot less, and then it just progresses, and it's tits.
Yeah.
Time in the seat, time in the saddle.
Yeah.
It's the only way you get better at riding fast.
Yeah.
And you train your mind to work at a speed that's way beyond what you think is possible. So like when you're coming up to something and it's like, once you've done it for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers, it just feels like it's just cruising past.
So
and
between you two blokes and bedroll, you pretty much got my mechanic crew from the club here. What's one of the things you do to every bike you get? What's one of the first things you'll upgrade or fuck around with?
Suspension.
100%.
I haven't always done it, but from racing and then making the bike your own, I guess is probably the right way to say it instead of just suspension. But suspension is...
Yeah, I remember having a conversation with you when I got my bike. I'm like, going to cam it, going to do all this. You guys, you don't need the power. Do the suspension, do the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn to stop before you go fast. And I was
Yeah.
like, that makes sense. Like, I'd never had a big bike before. I was
Stopping's important.
Yeah.
Stopping is really important. And knowing...
Insert Ambo's brake pads here.
Okay, I will.
And then just knowing when you go around a corner that the bike is going to do the same thing every time.
Yeah.
And I think that consistency is really more important.
So is racing something you miss, or is that chapter done?
No, 100%. I would
You do it.
back in a moment.
Yeah. If financially it wasn't a...
If I had no money issues, I'd be racing all the time.
Yep.
In all disciplines. Like, I've done a little bit of flat track. I want to do a lot more of that. I want to get back out in the bush doing more enduro stuff. And then, I'd love to be back road racing as well. I want to get to Phillip Island.
Point-to-point racing, you mean?
All sorts of things.
Yeah.
I've done...
You've done time trials, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done time trials.
I've seen your little YouTube video. Insert that here.
So you'll have the Cliffhanger, which is a 6.2 kilometre hill climb out of... I'm not 100% sure the town, but it's near Eketahuna in New Zealand. And, it's called the Cliffhanger because at one of the corners you come up to, it's almost a 90-degree corner.
And
if you fuck that up,
there's nothing on the other side.
100 metres to the bottom, and multiple people have had bikes go down there. And it's a really good way to ruin your day. I got third in that in class on my first attempt on a bike I'd never ridden before.
That's pretty good.
That was not set up, no quick shifter, and it was just power wheel standing in fourth gear going up the hill. And then there's another one. It's called the Quine Road Hill Climb. It's just north of Matamata. That's a much shorter one. That's only about 30 seconds.
Beautiful roads around.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I got third on a road bike, which I was pretty stoked about.
Yeah. Was everyone else on like purpose-built bikes at that time?
Some were, yeah. There was a couple of races. The guy that took out the top spot was on a 701 Husky super motard with racing slicks and had it on warmers, and he'd been racing for a long time. He's good.
So last year we had a bit of a boo-boo on the way to work. Bloke changed lanes, knocked you off.
Yeah.
Fucked you up pretty good.
Yeah, so December 24, my wife and kids had just come back from a weekend in New Zealand, riding to work at 6:30 in the morning. Guy changed lanes without looking, hit me off my bike. He was standing there like visibly shaking. I'm just like, my foot's broken.
Yeah, foot's facing the wrong direction. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, let's get an ambulance and we'll sort out all the bullshit that we need to later. Things are more important at the moment.
So what do you remember mostly, clearly? most clearly about?
I remember all of it clearly. Right into work, I'd gotten into a gap, so bumper to bumper traffic. I'd gotten into a decent gap in front of a truck. Guy come off Kings Road exit on the Calder.
Yep.
Bumper to bumper. He saw what he thought was a gap in front of this truck, just didn't look, didn't
Loud over top
indicate.
of you.
I hit his front wheel after moving from the left wheel track to the right wheel track, and then ended up in the grass, and my foot got pinned between the engine and the wheel, ended up in the grass, wrote the bike off, got 3 plates and 15 screws for my troubles, and then, what was it, 2 and a bit months off my feet, driving my wife nuts because I was at home and broken and couldn't do anything.
Yeah. What was the lowest part about?
I think the feeling useless, really, I think is probably the worst part of that.
Because you're in the tunnel at the time, weren't
I
you?
was in the tunnel.
So you would have lost a lot of money.
Yeah, we did. We lost shitloads. Like TAC, amazing, big coming to the party.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And Inklink
Eventually.
that we had. Eventually, yeah.
Inklink too, yeah, okay. I've had Inklink before. It's been good.
So we had, like, we went from sort of clearing sort of 2,800 a week to clearing 1,200 a week. And as I was the only one working, as my wife had finished having a baby.
Just had a bub, yeah.
Yeah, so she stepped up, and it kind of fucked our whole plan of, you know, her being at home and breastfeeding and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that me, because I was sort of the cause in a way, that was probably the lowest part. But there's a lot of hindsight and a lot of positives. I got 3 months at home with my son.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I got to see him go from doing nothing to sort of crawling and laughing and having fun, and I'll never get that opportunity again with the next kids that we have. It's just impossible nowadays.
So I kind of had a similar situation when I come off the bush Christmas Day, got helicoptered out from up King Lake, and it was right before COVID hit. So I was off for pretty much all of the fucking COVID shit and homeschooling kids and stuff. It just worked out fucking really good, yeah.
Best of a bad situation.
And the TAC, they can only pay a certain amount. So, you took the financial loss, but you gained a little.
Yeah, so on that was probably, that useless feeling was probably the low point, or one of them. But when I pushed to try and go back to work early, like I was still in so much pain, but we couldn't afford for me not to be at work. Yeah. So I pushed the doctors, I pushed the physio, I pushed everything. I probably over pushed it.
Extended recovery time, really.
Definitely extended recovery. Like I ended up breaking 5 of the 15 screws in my foot before the plates came out, trying to get back to work. And so I pushed myself to go back to work, get back into the tunnel.
Yeah, of course.
Comfy.
Yeah. Got back just in time to get made redundant.
Yeah. So I handed in me return to work clearance and all that sort of stuff, and I got an email back about 5 hours later with your services are no longer required. And I was like, fuck!
You could have fucking told me that.
You could have said, we've not got much on at the moment.
Yeah.
Stay on TAC.
Yeah.
And we'll sort you out.
Yeah.
So I went from going back to a really good paying job to I've now got to find a job.
Being still broken and having to go.
I've got to start again. Fuck.
So I managed to get into operator job on EWPs, on track mount EWPs on the transmission line.
Yeah,
that was my FIFO
job. So that was a pretty low mental time as well. That was going from all that time with the kids to being away from them months at a time.
No, that was the worst bit. I went from being home every day to being away for 4 weeks at a time, and that killed me. I remember calling some of the boys in the club and just crying and just couldn't deal with being away.
You and I had the 1 hour phone calls nearly every night. Like, if you hadn't called me, I knew you were talking to Roger or one of the other boys.
100%. And like thinking about it now, like the support from the boys and my wife and being away, like it brings tears to me eyes.
It was a mind-numbing job too, wasn't it?
100%. So basically, I go up, we set the truck up, and then I'd sit in a ute and watch other people work.
Yeah. There was not much to do.
Like I watch TV, you can only watch so much TV in a day, and it just fucked with my mind.
Poke people.
Pretty much, yeah. Jeff and I got a poke streak going.
Up to the 2000s.
Yeah, we're in the but we stopped at like 999.
Yeah.
And then I was
he wouldn't give me my 2000.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, bang. We're going again.
Woo.
So we're going to 100,000 now.
For those of you who do get poked by me, you got nothing compared to half the guys in the club.
Yeah. So Like, that was really tough being away. That fucked with me so much.
Yeah.
Crying and fucking carrying on just because, like, I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be away from the family. And, like, during my off weeks, I come home and I upskill. So I did rigging courses and I did jogging courses and I did everything I could to try and get myself into a role that I could come home and be home.
Yeah.
So, like,
So what did those dark periods look like day to day?
honestly, it was just like numb. Like, you just going through the motions, just get up, go and have breakfast, get in the truck, go and set it up, and then just sit there. And you got all that time to sit there on your own contemplate. And then I tried getting into some Instagram presence with men's mental health and better brotherhood and something I started, and just when I came across stuff that I liked and that resonated with me,
shared it,
and I tried to get more people to try and talk about it, sort of thing.
How's that going now?
To be fair, I've been really slack.
Your sister was helping you run it for a bit.
Yeah, she was definitely helping. Honestly, it's just since being back in Melbourne, I just
haven't
found the time. Yeah.
Like, having a toddler run around is hard.
So,
It keeps you on your feet.
mental health is something that never goes away. What's something that keeps you moving forward when the motivation wasn't there?
Family.
Yeah.
The kids, the wife, that's really the motivation for everything. Underneath my hard hat, I've got all of their names.
Yeah, in your vest as well.
In my vest
love
as
that.
well.
You showed me that.
Everything I do is for them, even if they don't appreciate it all. Or don't understand.
I don't think that.
Don't understand
It's just age.
Yeah, don't understand just yet.
So what clears your head now?
Writing's always cleared my head. But I think a lot of the time it's just climbing in bed with my wife at the end of the day and just turn off. And that's the best bit, just turn off.
So is that what Cindy does to steady her? She's just your rock?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Calms me when I'm getting to the end of my tether. She knows well and truly before then, and she just says, go to bed.
Do something.
Do something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always, the old thing is, like relationships are 50-50. Sometimes they're 10-90, sometimes they're 80-20. Yeah, so you sort of carry each other through it. If you can get into that sort of find that person.
And
like, there's been a few times that, like, you've gone out a couple of day bender, and I'm like, this is gonna fuck. If this was any other relationship, I'd be like having phone calls from wives and stuff like that. And I call Cindy, like, yeah, well, good, mate. And she's like, yeah, you'll be home soon. Like, she's
definitely.
Most chill chick I know. Like, she's great.
I think that's why we work really well together as well.
On the other foot, she could do the same thing. You wouldn't freak out.
No, definitely not. If she wanted to go and do something, there's no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a partnership, not
it's
a
a
control thing. Yeah.
It's a trust thing as well.
Yeah.
She knows that end of the day, I'm end of the day or the next day, I'll turn back up.
Yeah, of course.
That
once Breakfast Club kicks you out. Yeah.
pretty bad.
So what's the most surprising thing about becoming a dad?
Most surprising thing,
Either kid.
actually getting to relive being a kid.
Yeah.
I think that's the best bit, right?
Watching him learn new shit for the first time.
Watching him figure out stuff, the amazement in his eyes, and he's just like, wow. Watch him, and I'm like, that really looks like when I'm taking acid, because he's like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, look at my hands. It's just that amazing.
When the babies are there, like,
yeah.
like, I'm controlling that. I'm making that do that.
I'm like, that must be what they feel like all of the time until they get that awareness.
Yeah, I love it. So, raising a teenage daughter, what's the hardest part?
It's a conflict.
This is the thing you and I have had many conversation about, and you guys as well. Conflict, yeah, definitely.
I feel like it's mostly an age thing. I feel like a lot of the time it's a lack of respect. And she thinks that we don't know.
We're not stupid.
We're not even like just...
I had this conversation with my daughter recently, and I was like, today years old when I realised that all the times I thought I got away with a brilliant excuse was just you guys going like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care. It's not worth it. Like, okay, cool, that's what happened, sure.
Or I guess say the lack of motivation, the initiative, I think.
Yeah.
That...
She's a pretty driven kid, though. She's a very smart kid. She's very sporty. Like,
the AFL.
Basketball.
When she wants to do something,
100% in.
100% in. There's no takebacks. There's no nothing. Yeah. But if she don't want to do it, do something she don't want to do. Like, it's a kick and fight and scream, and it's hard work.
Yeah.
And I think that's the struggle. It's
Yeah. So let's balance that out. That's the hard stuff.
yeah.
What's the most rewarding part of having a teenage kid?
Getting to do fun shit with her.
Yeah.
At the start of the year, we went up and rode dirt bikes with Chad and Finley
Yeah.
up in Starglen. That was great fun.
Yeah.
Bit hot, and the bike that she was riding wasn't quite big enough for her, but,
Yeah.
you know, getting to
Getting
go
out there and having fun.
Oh, yeah. And then, you know what, at the end of the day, when we finished riding bikes, her and Finley were just in the pool swimming. They weren't on devices. That's the best bit.
Yeah.
They're not just engaged.
She's only one of like 3, maybe 4 people who've been on the back of my bike.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff, by the way, Kate, if you're watching. You might remember me. Yeah, I couldn't scare her. You know, like you love to give it a little fucking blop and scare her, but she's on the back of his bike, mate. I got no chance of scaring that kid. Like, she was just leaning, just for the ride. Like, I didn't.
As he shits himself on the rocket, he feels like he's going to fly off the back of it.
I forgot she was there when I was going back to something.
Yeah.
That was funny as fuck. So you said I want a massive family. Where does that come from? Just Kiwi life? Yeah, you've told me you don't. Yeah, I said, what's the how many kids you want? You just as many as I can have.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, when I was growing up, family stuff was always...
Yeah.
It was all we did, right? Like, I've got 4 cousins who live here in Melbourne that I'm super close with. They've all got kids now. And just our lives have always been intermingled.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
held all their kids as babies. You know, we've all grown up doing dumb shit. Like my cousin and I, Stephen, we're 2 months apart. We were as thick as thieves. We'd be out, and you wouldn't see us from sun up to sundown. We'd be out.
That's a bit of an Aussie thing, yeah. Your best mate growing up's always your cousin. Yeah, until you sort of get to high school and stuff like that. You're in each other's pockets because family's always catching up.
Yeah.
I have my cousin Shane up in Sydney now. I haven't seen him for about fucking 10 years, I think. But we were close growing up.
And then the cousins that I've got in New Zealand, they came and spent a lot of time here as well, and they stayed with us. And just that big family, like that dynamic of all of the kids running around together and all that sort of stuff is, I think, the bit that makes it most for me is,
So what kind of father do you want your kids to remember?
Wow. That's a deep question.
It is.
1, 2... That he was always there.
Yeah, I was about to say, for me, that would be, the phone always got answered.
Yeah.
So how much of a shithead you are, DC?
I doubt she watches them.
Nah.
That I always tried. You know, like what may not have been what they expected, but I always gave them all.
Yeah.
About you, Ambo, what do you want your kids to remember?
There was always food and,
Yeah,
you know,
it's never
I
provided.
I provided.
Yeah.
I was always a provider,
Like
no matter
you're
what.
constant.
Things got tough. I was
Yeah.
still there.
I grew up in a house where if I got in trouble, it was fuck, I hope Dad doesn't find out. And my goal as a parent was to, if something goes wrong, I need to call Dad.
Yeah.
I think that was my goal, and I think I did all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 30 and 23, they're not dead, so I did something.
Yeah.
Not dead, not on OnlyFans, I think was my matrix I set up there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, are you comfortable talking about the pregnancy loss last year with Cindy?
Yeah.
I spoke to Cindy today. You've cleared it with her, make sure.
Yeah. I mean,
So for a little bit of backstory for the boys, it was around about the same time your best mate got pregnant with his wife, and it was really going to be fucking, there was all the plans of, you know, the kids going to grow up together and all that, and then obviously things didn't work out.
yeah. So we went away for our wedding in New Zealand, the one for the second one.
I always say you need a practice wedding. Yeah, the second one's the one that sticks, so you've married the same chick twice. You've done it right. Must have found the right one.
Yeah, definitely. Or I've pulled the wool over her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not funny. So, yeah, we went back to New Zealand for our proper wedding with all the family and stuff. When we came back, we're
Pregnant.
we're late and we're pregnant. And then Em and Jigs have said, we're pregnant too. And well, we worked out the days, and, like, it was days apart.
Yeah.
Like, within 2 or 3 days. And it was like, oh, fuck, this is cool. Like, they're both going to be together, and, you know, it'll be, you know, sort of already getting way ahead of ourselves and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it didn't stick. And it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And just, it hurt at the time, obviously.
You want it so bad.
Yeah, you want it so bad. And, like, we wanted more kids. So it's not like it's a thing. But it just would have fit really well. Cindy would have loved it because both of the kids would have been conceived in New Zealand. So yeah, and
If
then
you guys have a sudden hot trip away in about 12 months' time, we know why. Just going away for the weekend.
and pretty much when I got back, I went straight back to work for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was away when she told me she wanted to wait until I got home, and that fucking sucked even more.
Because you were still excited. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was pumped.
So what did that teach you about grief as a bloke? Keep cutting Ambo off, sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate.
What did it teach? I'm generally a very positive going person anyway, and I took my moments to sit in
Mourn.
it and mourn and think about it, and then I was like, oh, we'll just try again. And just that this one didn't stick, we'll just keep going, and yeah, I keep moving forward. There's no point trying to stick around and dwell too much on.
What could have been.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now pregnant again. What's the emotions like now? They're pretty good.
Yeah,
I was pretty wrapped with the timing. There's like Otto being born and you finding out that there's
Yeah.
like it was, that would have taken a bit of the sting out of it, I think.
Do you guys ring up each other on the way home and say, "I'm going to go tonight"?
So we knew in November. Obviously, we sort of tried to keep everything hush hush because we didn't want.
Didn't know yet.
Yeah, we just wanted to really get through that tricky period in that between 4 and sort of 6 weeks. And
Yeah.
before we sort of shared anything, and then bits and pieces got out because people asked.
My wife's a fucking
Yeah,
div.
not just your wife, but I won't lie about shit. I hate lying. Fucking worst thing you can do to me is lie to me. I don't care how bad it is, just tell me what it is, and we can fucking deal with it. But don't lie to me.
Yeah.
So I won't lie to anyone else. So Jigs asked me out and out on one of our rides. So when are you going to put one in her? And I'm like, like, fuck yeah, that's fucking sick. And so yeah, Chad and I and Jigs were out at Toorak. Yeah, that, and then I had to send the wife away to New Zealand to spend time with family over Christmas, and then caught up with Fafo while they were camping just out of Brighton, and then speaking on the phone, and Cindy's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't told Dad I'm pregnant yet," and then I'm looked at Faf and I've gone, "You heard that right?" And he goes, "Yep." None of my business. I'm like,
excellent.
so there was a bit of it that got out, and then, obviously spending time with family and friends and your wife, and she's like, "What the fuck's going on, mate?" And then I sort of come out towards the end of the year and said I wasn't drinking for the year.
We're going to talk about that.
And then, yeah, it's just so...
Yeah.
And, yeah, just now that we're sort of through that first trimester...
Makes it easy.
Makes it easier. Just super fucking excited for August.
So what advice would you give to any other couples that were going through that loss?
Just support each other. Just be there. You don't have to say or do anything. Just be there. When they need that shoulder to cry on, you're there. It's not a... oh, I did this for you or that ever. You just be there for each other. Just be there in that moment and just share it, and you'll get through it a lot easier if you
intro for this question.
just take the time and listen and just support one another.
Yeah. On our 14-hour trip, when we get guests coming on this show, we get them to send us a bit about themselves and a bit of a story so we can have some questions to ask. I asked you and you're like, "Nah, fuck it, we're mates, we'll just wing it." And I'm like, "We've tried that before and it fucking sucks." Yeah. So today I sat down, I'm like, what did we talk about in that 14 hours? And River's name came up, and I thought this was a really cute story. Yeah. Where does River's name come from?
All right. So River's name comes from the song that played after I proposed to Cindy.
Yeah.
So backstory for that.
Yeah.
And I can give you the video.
Yeah.
I took Cindy to her favourite band, which is Devilskin, the VIP, in Mount Maunganui in March of 2023.
Making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah.
When did you propose? I'm like,
So I took her to... So we went to the concert. We had a late night, and she would not stop giving me shit about taking the limelight. So I was in front and centre of the photos that we got taken that night, and I'm like... Just throughout that night, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the this is the relationship, this is the fun, this is what I want. A month later, they were playing another concert in another town pretty close to where we lived.
but you were busy that weekend.
I was busy that weekend. I was going racing.
Yeah.
So I organised 3 more VIP tickets. I got my sister to take Cindy that night to go to the concert, as she won the tickets. And I knew Cindy would say yes. Oh, no, she'd say yes. Free tickets to Devil's Skin.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
100%.
I thought you meant yes to your question.
No. I was scared about that. But I'd organised to go racing, so I wasn't available to look after Caitlin. So Caitlin stayed at her nan's. So Caitlin and I'd asked her for permission, and we sort of organised a few bits and pieces, and she knew what was going on, but Mum didn't. Made all of these jokes and things through the week that, there's a big surprise and that sort of stuff coming. Cindy was none the wiser about really what was going on. So on the night, I packed all my racing stuff up, put it all on a trailer, took it to my mate's house, then got my van and drove to my sister's house. Had a quick shower and then made my way to where the concert was. Went and started writing out what I wanted to say and that sort of stuff. Managed to get in contact with the band Devilskin and their manager, and they were all happy to give me a hand to propose and that sort of stuff. So then we got to the venue, and I'm like just chugging back drinks because I was nervous as shit. Managed to come across a couple of friends who were there at the event as well. So I hit out with them, and I watched my sister and Cindy walk in, and they were moseying around. They got their photos done as well. So I'd already been in and talked to the band and given them the note I wanted for them to read it out. And then they played their first song for the VIP section, and then it cut in between the songs, and then they announced the proposal, and I was there standing behind Cindy. She had no idea I was there. And thank fuck she said yes. And the song that played after is Be Like the River.
Be Like the River.
And so we went back and forth a shitload between...
Names for the boy.
Names for the boy.
Yeah.
We sort of hadn't really decided.
And she kept saying River.
She kept saying River, and then
Think about it, River.
And I didn't click at all. Like, it just went straight over the top, because I've got a mate who's got a son as River as well. Yeah. And I was like, wasn't super keen on it. And then got home after we'd been at the hospital, so got the family home. I had a bottle of whiskey, had a cigar, and I was out near the fire out the back, and I was just going through the whiskey and the cigar, and I was just, I'm like, and then it fucking clicked. I'm like,
why did
I know. Why the fuck did it take me so long? I'm like, I walked inside, kissed her, and I said, River it is.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? What?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just figured it out. It was just, the name of, and I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Is that why? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, how did you not get that?
Don't.
I'm a bloke.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit to sink in.
So, yeah, from that point, it was just,
He was Riv, yeah.
That was Riv.
Beautiful. What do you think that story tells about you beneath the tough exterior that most people might know? There is a sentimental side in there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I will do most anything for my loved ones. It's just me. I've got a big heart. I want them to be happy and to have the fun.
All of the things.
Yeah. Whatever it is. I just give all to that sort of, make it. Seeing her smile is the reason, I guess, going back to that question earlier. Seeing them smile is why I do what I do.
All right, so you got the new house, renos, and another baby. What pressure weighs heaviest?
Just trying to find more money.
Yeah.
The renos and baby.
That's just going to happen.
Yeah. That's happening.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Making sure there's enough money coming in to fund it all.
Pretty much. Yeah, just making sure everything's locked in for later in the year, and that's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, and you're trying to plan it more this time that Cindy definitely doesn't have to go back to work.
Yeah, definitely. She didn't have to go back to work until I got hit by the car.
Exactly.
So try not to get hit by a car. That's on my goal list this year, is not get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Because that'd be like a really bad mojo, not having more kids. Like, if I get 4 months later get hit by a car, I'd be like, well, now we know why.
How does stress show up for you day to day? How would you describe your stress situations?
Most of the time I don't let it get to me. If it does, it's more around family stuff, like dealing with the kids, or say Caitlin more so. And I get angry and I take it out, I guess, in unhealthy ways, and that's probably more the way. But it doesn't.
What helps you get over it?
Go for a ride most of the time. Go for a walk, to be fair.
Silence to clear your mind a bit.
Yeah, just get away from everything for a moment. I'm very fortunate that I get to go out and do the fun stuff with, say, like Jerry when we went camping late last year. Just not a spur of the moment. Like, we sort of had a bit of a plan, but just get on the bikes on a Friday night. And
Yeah, it's good. Jerry's a good bloke.
I love you.
Fucking top bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go out on a Friday night and go and camp out in the bush somewhere for a night and then be back home by sort of 10 o'clock.
So what are you trying to get better at this year?
Just being a dad, just being present, being more mindful, I guess, in and around the way that I talk and how I interact with, especially the oldest one. That's probably been my biggest gripe with myself at the moment.
So this leads pretty well into our next question. So it took me a bit of time to understand how your brain works and how you're wired. Yeah. So what do you wish more people understood about how you communicate?
I am very blunt.
Yes.
I am to the point. There's no bullshit. There's no animosity. There's no malice. Like, if I say something, it's just because it's the most efficient way for me to say it. I don't take joy in making other people feel like shit.
Yeah.
I just say what I say.
Yeah.
It's not meant to hurt feelings.
The few times I've been offended, I've brought it up that you offended me and you're like, why? Like legitimate shock. And I'm like, play it back. And you're like, no, that's not what I meant. And I'm like, yeah, but that's how it came across.
Yeah.
Man. Like, so it hasn't been a lot of times. And once I kind of figured out, like, no, he's a fucking good bloke. He's just
To the point.
no time for bullshit. Yeah.
Pretty much. And, like, that's sort of what I expect as well.
Yeah.
I communicate best that way. Like, no bullshit. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's...
Bit of ADHD in that.
Oh, 100%. Diagnosed quite young.
Yeah.
So when you cut someone off because you already get the point, what's happening in your head?
I try hard not to do that.
Yeah.
I really do. It depends on the situation or the conversation at the time.
It's normally like fucking, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Here's the solution.
kind of like that at work. Like, you get drivers that start to read out what they want, and I'm like, "Burp, burp, burp, shut the fuck up. I don't want to listen to it. I know what you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to listen to your bullshit.
Yeah.
Next.
More or less,
Yeah.
yeah. Which doesn't always translate really well.
Nah.
And that's probably my biggest fucking sticking point with Cindy at the
Yeah.
moment is just the way I talk.
So do you think that causes being misunderstood in that way? Do you think that causes more problems personally or professionally? Or
Personally.
personally?
Definitely. I really don't give a fuck what anyone thinks professionally. You tell me what you want done, I will
It'll
do
be
it.
done.
It'll be
Yeah.
done. Don't give me why. Oh, no, depending on the situation, I need a why.
I'm more of a why person. Yeah.
If I think it's dumb, I'll ask why are we doing
Mm-hmm.
it. If you give me a dumb reason, I'm going to be pissed.
That's one of the times that I was like, motherfucker, when I was talking to you. Like, I was trying to explain something to you, and I'm a classic fucking over-explainer. I go into detail that is because I've been misunderstood my whole life as well. And you'll be like, no, that's stupid. And then, like, just sit there and look at me waiting for me to come up with a different idea. And I'm like, God, I wasn't finished yet. Like, let me finish and it'll make sense. Like, you're like, no, hang on. All right, fuck, let me try and explain that in a different way.
Yeah, I guess it's just sort of like, especially if it comes to doing bikes and stuff, like you say something stupid, I'm going to say it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
There must be a strength in that too.
Yeah.
You know where you stand,
Yeah.
I guess.
Spade is spade.
Yeah, spade is spade.
There's no
Like,
fluffy around it.
I think most people, the three guys in this room, 100%, there's no hidden agenda.
No, 100%.
You know where you stand. There's no fucking,
I'm not-
no backwards coming forwards. Like,
I'm
I'm
not
not afraid to upset you.
no.
I'll tell you what you need
Yeah.
to hear.
I'm more politically
Yeah.
correct than you cunts, but
Yeah.
other than that, if I snap, we won't have a club.
yeah, I guess that's most of it. If I have offended you,
No.
get the fuck over it.
So have you learnt ways to stay direct with people without taking it personally?
Without them taking it personally.
No,
No.
it's probably one of the things I need to work on. But to be fair,
No, I
most
think
of
if
the
you made
time
it this far into the podcast, you already like him.
To be fair, it's not a. I'm not a people pleaser.
Unless it's your family.
Yeah, like,
But even
I mean,
that's not people pleasing. It's like the rules and stuff that upset Kate because you're trying to do the best thing by her.
Yeah.
She's not going to understand that and you can't explain why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'll do anything for anyone, really, as you guys will have seen, with punching holes in your wall, you know, picking up Roger's gym, and the
Yeah,
trail,
while
you
he was away.
or helping out with trying to get his daughter to learn how to ride a bike, or go and sit her a check ride, and that sort of stuff. Like I will
Ride to the other side of town to sort out fucking...
100%. I will go out of my way if you need a hand.
Yeah.
I know I don't ever expect it back. I just sort of I do it.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're both like that.
Yeah.
And
just do it.
it makes you feel guilty because you want to help.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you need from your mates to communicate well?
Just
I find what helps for me is if I do have that moment of cunt, yeah, I'll be like, explain that again. Yeah, like I can actually call you on it now and say like, tell me what you meant there. Because if I'm offended, you probably didn't mean that.
Probably.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, no, that's what I fucking meant. like, okay, well, you're calling me out now. Now I feel shit.
If you think I've said something that's out of place, fucking tell me.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to go and explain, you know.
You got tough skin. You're
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
you're not going to get hurt.
Yeah.
No, like if you think I'm being a cunt, tell me so. I don't.
Yeah.
I am most of the time. I just.
Who wrote these questions?
I don't really.
You're not reading the next one, eh?
I'd like to say it's a I don't really care, but I care so much that it's
the other way.
It's the other way, if that makes sense. Like I don't try to.
I think if I hadn't seen the sensitive side of you and I only saw the cunt side, I would have a different opinion of you as a person. But because I've seen the whole person, I get you a lot more.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So how does it feel coming into the club and claiming the best rider from me?
How?
The next question goes, you're the best rider in the club and you own it. How's it feel stealing that fucking title from me, mate?
To be fair, I actually put you as third. No.
This is that bluntness we were just talking
Just
about.
only because I've done Rocket Man a couple of times.
No. Tin Man. I rate
Oh,
Tin
I
Man.
kid. Yeah. Okay, I agree. Mate, he is fucking pretty good on a bike.
Just smoothness,
Yeah.
consistency, it just sits there and just
Yeah.
follows.
Yeah.
Just super consistent. I think that's probably why I put him
Yeah.
in, and like perfect for position that he's in now and
Yeah.
road captain.
Absolutely.
Does more Ks.
I've lost a lot of confidence going into the Rocket.
It's a lot of bike, man. Like, even like you've been on tiny little rockets,
They're pigs.
pigs.
Yeah, they're pigs.
It's a straight line bike.
It's
Oh,
It's too fucking heavy, but
I
you're
corner it well.
Yeah.
For what I do corner it well for what it is.
Yeah.
I took it up Omeo and Omeo was fucking insane. I loved it in Omeo.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
in.
Compared
It's
to
not
the
a sports
VFR.
bike. It's not a sports bike.
This is a question I've wanted to ask you for a long time. What's the difference between confidence and ego?
In my opinion,
Yeah. What's the difference between you saying I'm the best rider being seen as ego and not just confidence, experience on the track? Or,
no, not necessarily. I think the ability to back it up. That would be the way I would.
You can do it. You can put it into action.
Yeah, I think. But then that can come from confidence or, ego as well. Like saying you can do something, but then, like, it's the way that you do it as well. Like, sure, anyone could throw a bike into a corner really fast, but the way you watch someone do it and it looks, the way that it's not just
it's
one.
it's technique over lack of fear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think definitely.
Ability to back it up. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So we created the club coach role for you. What did that mean initially?
As in, like, feelings wise, or
Overall. You're like,
And then you moved away.
unfortunately, yeah.
I mean,
Didn't move away, but it worked away.
well, I didn't really have a choice in that.
Yeah.
That was right at this time of the accident and moving away and
Yeah.
everything else. But so I'm going back to the start. When we said that we're going to do this club role, we're going to get you a club role. You were still pretty much fresh out of FNG at that point.
I think I was still in FNG.
Well,
When we were
when we
talking
started
about-
talking about it, yeah.
I'd done rider coaching in New Zealand for on track and helping people progress their skills, and I just sort of
Wanted to do.
wanted and like took that opportunity because I find, especially here in and around the city and in Melbourne, that the skill level doesn't translate once you get out of the city.
Yeah.
Because everything in and around suburbs is point and shoot straight in and out of traffic.
Yeah.
Is what you're doing. Once you get out into the hills, or out the east side of town, it's where you actually get to see someone's riding skill. And what I find a lot of people here do is they'll sit in the right hand side of the lane and hug that white line, and they're going around corners. And all that does is takes away the radius of the corner. So if you start from the very left of the corner, if you're going right, start on the left hand, as far left as you're comfortable, you know what I mean, and then go round. You've just made that corner so much bigger and less tight that you can actually go at it a little bit quicker and a little bit more confident, and you're not scared that some fuckhead is coming around in his camper van on the wrong side of the road.
I think
take you out.
taking Lukey off road scared the shit out of me about going wide on a corner, but that was more. I had a good line, and I saw Roger's tyre and straightened up, and because he was on the inside track, I was on the outside track, and I was just following my line, and then I was like, fuck, he's right there, and just that little 1 second was enough to go.
Yeah.
And then, it was target fixation 100%. Once I started heading
Fucko barrier, I was right behind you, man. That was scary.
I've seen the video. That was, you did well to get out of that. But yeah, it's like just being able to help like the skill and knowledge I've got to help other people do a little bit better than what they're doing now. Whether it be where their hands are positioned on their bars with their, with their levers, or where their feet are with their control.
You made me adjust my gear lever, which I didn't realise was out of.
Yeah. That was horrible.
That was just how I'd always ridden the bike.
Yeah. How it comes from.
That's how I rode it. Yeah. Once I adjusted it, it's fucking great now.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. And like what we were talking about earlier, making the bike fit you, not you fitting the bike. Owning it and making it do.
Yeah.
Making you comfortable, like when you're on the bike. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because.
So you got the position. We had all these plans of what we were going to do with it. Then there was the accident. Then you got stuck working away for a while. How did all that sit with you? Did you feel like you had unfinished business?
I've still got unfinished business with that. It's just a matter of time now. Like trying to get out with the people and doing it. And I've tried to throw in bits and pieces with people when I can, or when we're on group or club rides and that. And everyone's just trying to wave me by, and I'm like actually sitting there. I'm watching what you guys are doing. Yeah. Not so much that I want, like, I'll come past whenever I want, basically. Just keep riding your ride. Don't look what I'm doing. Just ride your corner, ride whatever you're doing. I will come past when it's safe to do so. I'm not gonna come up the inside of you and push you wide. I'm not that kind of cunt.
Show up under my armpit.
Well, you fucking went.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
There was plenty of room.
I know. You scared the fuck out of me.
I'm certainly not going to put anyone else in danger in my riding. So it's a matter of, like, if I'm there, I'm sitting there watching and I'm observing what you guys are doing, just trying to figure out a way to help you guys get a bit more confident or get something more out of it.
1%.
Yeah, there's 1% bits that make it more enjoyable, and if it's more enjoyable, you're more likely to do it more, and then if you do it more, you get better at it, and then it just keeps going. It never stops.
Yeah.
And like, if anyone thinks that I'm not still learning, it's not true. Like I try and do different things when I'm doing different corners or different things, or I'm always trying to learn new things on the bike.
It's a never ending. You don't become a good rider. You
get better.
You're constantly improving.
Yeah, 100%. There's no upper limit. You just keep going until you stop.
Cool. So we're going to bring up something that hasn't been talked about on the podcast. We're thinking about starting up a Northern chapter. So with the Northern chapter forming, how do you feel about stepping into a leadership role?
It's something that we talked about me doing here in the club anyway, just with the knowledge and skill I've got with bikes and how they work and how to make them do what they do. I'm moving to Kilmore in the next month or so. It sort of made a lot of sense to have what we have with the Rust Nuts in the north, which is that mental health support for the blokes, that group mentality and brotherhood and that mateship, I guess, really. That a lot of people don't tend to have nowadays.
Well, we've explained that with our club. The reason it started was I went to a couple of bike clubs and couldn't find what I wanted, couldn't find what we have now. And it was that was not just blokes you can ride with, blokes you can rely on. And not just the blokes, but the whole family's involved. And that's, like you say, that's a rare thing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That was the big draw card for me. Was all of the families in and all the kids out the back playing and running around and doing fun shit or doing dumb shit out on e-bikes. Yeah. You know, just being kids and having, like, what do we got, 20-odd members now?
We all rely on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, pretty much every member has got kids and family that are running around it.
Yeah, and you guys, you Northern guys have got young families that are, it's getting harder to travel as much.
Oh, it's not so much,
but
it's all of
it's
it.
Part
like
of it,
it's part of it. Yeah, like being able to have being able not to have to travel an hour and a half to come to, not so much that
it's not the meetings, it's the spontaneous rides.
It's the spontaneous rides, it's the little things that you always miss because you're an hour or an hour and a half away. And like having that, to be able to do that in the north, I think is going to be really good because it's an opportunity to expand the club. And
so what type of riding culture do you want to help build up north?
The same as what we've got here, like getting out, get on the bike, go for a day ride, go to the pub. To be fair, the riding side of thing is probably the least important. Like it's that mateship and that brotherhood that we have here. Like call them up, go, hey man, can you give me a hand? Yeah, sweet. I'll be around in like 25. That sort of thing. I think that's what we want more.
Up there.
Having up there that we don't have now.
Yeah, so you're going to be road captain up there, planning rides, doing that type of stuff. We're trying to keep the chapters as involved. You and I have spoken at length about this.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to pull someone in a line without crushing them?
Just don't take it personally.
From them or from you?
From them a bit. Like we're obviously going to start out trying to get more people involved and that sort of thing. And then I feel like as people understand what I am actually like, I'm not just a raging cunt, nor if I'm just blunt. It's not because I'm trying to dismiss or do any of that sort of stuff. It's just I don't have the time in my own head. And it's the ADHD is I want to the point. I don't need the fluff and the bullshit and the I'm going to tell you what I think. Don't get offended because it's just an opinion.
Hard and fast.
No, it's not.
Carved in stone, as we say.
So what's more satisfying for you now? Is it for you to be a better rider or making somebody else a better rider?
I'd love to be a better rider, but helping people get better at riding and enjoying it more has been my goal for, that's why I started rider coaching on track and when I was still racing is I just enjoyed when you can get someone to try and succeed at something that they haven't been able to do, or they overcome an obstacle that they've been stuck with, and they come in and they're like, fuck yeah, I got it. You know, that moment where you help them get through that, that's the best fucking feeling.
Is that what you want out of, if you get some new FNGs in the club after riding with you for, say, 12 months, they're earning their patch, you want them to say, yeah, riding with this guy's made me a better rider?
100%. Like, it is anyone. If anyone jumps in and follows and that sort of stuff, or wants to try and learn some stuff, all you've got to do is message me, ask.
How are you going to go as the bloke that everyone follows when you're normally fucking 20 metres ahead, like 200 metres ahead of everyone?
That's why I can't do that role.
Yeah. It is a difficult part of it. Yeah.
I mean, as we've tried working with the rides that we've had recently, having a section of guys that just go out and do the fast, more comfortable speed that they're happy with. I'm happy to sit back. Like I got no ego in getting to the pub first. It doesn't mean you're not racing. You're just you're out for a ride with your friends, and if someone asks you and they want to learn something,
let's go. I'll follow me, follow this line, or I'll follow you and tell you what to do.
Yeah, 100%. We can jump on the cardos. We can work through it. When we did that ride for Roger down Great Ocean Road, I was on the phone to him through some of it, and I'm like, just sit here, follow my line, and you'll find coming around that corner, and if you drag the back brake while you're doing it in bits and pieces.
He picked up speed.
He picked up speed, and there was a couple of corners where he did what we were just talking about wrong, and mid-corner he corrected, and I'm like, that's it. And I gave him the signal. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And then Kilroy reached out to me yesterday and asked for some help when we get to go out for a ride next, and I'm like, absolutely, man, like no stress, like whatever you want to work on it. But I will be straight with you, I can show you techniques and lines and no, like the way to do it, but I can't make you a better rider. I can only show you the things. It's up to you to want to practice them,
put time in to make it
100%. And I'll be completely honest with anyone, I can show you everything, I can show you all of it, but unless you put in that time and effort.
I think, one of the things you and I discussed was I go into a corner, I'll follow your line, and like before we even get to the bend, you're pulling away and I'm already on the brakes because...
Did you do a riding school or something to learn these skills? You're going to...
Pass on, no.
No, it's just practice.
Practice is the biggest thing. Like, instruction, like trying to...
Who taught you to ride? You credit one of the boys back home.
So one of the guys that I've done so many kilometres with is Drew, who's also my neighbour in New Zealand. When we first started riding, he goes, he's fucking dangerous. And a couple of the other guys said the same thing. But then just riding with him and watching him and following his lines and just learning how to do different things. Like, he could show me, but it's still up to me to learn how to do it, right? And then once you go to the track, you get the chance to replicate the same corner
over and over
and over and over and over. And that's where the skill really comes in, is you hit the same point, or if you're off,
you'll know.
Yeah, you know. Like if you're off 300 mils,
that didn't feel right.
I braked 10 meters later, you're like, oh shit, that's fucking fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, so there's the limit that I'm comfortable with now. How do we push it?
Yeah.
You know, how do you get past that? And it's a mental block because your brain kicks in and goes, we're going to fucking die.
Yeah.
And it's that moment where you go, oh shit. And then you're like, oh no, we're fine.
Yeah.
And then
I think what sucks for me in that, like I've been riding for 17 years, but I look like I've been riding too. I'll ride for 2 hours and just be in the zone, like just hooking in the corners, going faster, and then one little thing will go wrong, and my brain goes back to the start. Like back to everything's fucking slow down. I've lost everything, and then that confidence takes it.
So that recent incident with me, I fucking lost focus. You fucking just need to slow down and go, oh, fucking, that's it, I've had enough.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to keep up.
It's those ass-puckering moments where you're like, those warning signs, they're always there. Like, you're like, you're not feeling it 100%, just back it off.
Back it off.
But then there's a technique that I've seen recently that I've tried implementing a lot more, and it's as you're going into a corner or as you're riding, you're pointing out the things that you're seeing. Like, I'm braking, I'm turning, and you're looking through the corner. You're breaking up that pause in your brain. So, like, if you had that panic moment, you're like, I'm still braking, I'm turning, I'm looking through the corner, and you're coaching yourself around as opposed to, oh shit, rock. It's you're talking yourself around that corner.
Oh, stump. Anyway, so let's talk about your bike, mate. So tell us about Lucy. She's a 2025 Lowrider S.
Yep.
Why that bike?
Wife said she wanted something she could come on the back of and be more comfortable on.
I think she better wipe that up and apologise.
I seen that penne past the backrest you made.
Yeah.
Put a picture in here.
Yeah. So making a sissy bar with the Rusty Boy logo.
Yep.
Just doing some mock-ups at home, playing around with that, and just trying to get it into something I like and that's going to fit what I'm going with the rest of the theme of the bike. Why the lowrider? Because it'll do wheelies.
Yeah.
100%. I had it at pretty much 12 o'clock when we went on that road going over the bridge.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That was on a closed road in Mexico.
Yes, closed road Mexico. 100% closed road over a bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be fair, it's a bit more of a challenge. Like, now without ego, can ride a bike better than most people. Sports bikes, there's just not. I want to use all of the. I bought the Speedo. I want to use all of the Speedo.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
In Mexico, of course. Yeah, absolutely. On closed roads, private courses. I want to use all of the thing. I ride like a lunatic on closed roads in Mexico. And the Harley just is a bit more comfy. Not so much the body anymore. It's just different. Like, and I'm really enjoying riding it at the moment. That's probably, I rode yours from your house to Melton, and I liked it, but I didn't like
the lack of vision.
Which is why I went with the S over the ST. Yeah. And yeah, that's sort of really it. Like I was just trying to find something that would still allow me to push my...
And it's not a flashy bike. It's a bike to ride.
Oh yeah, it's ridden. I've put over 5,000 Ks on it now.
Yep.
With just over a month and a half of having it.
Yeah.
And like suspension, thanks Benny, Fast Benny's in Thomastown, Settlement Road.
Official club sponsor, right, Ben?
Yeah. He's got my suspension coming for Lucy. So we're lifting up the back end. So we're putting a 14-inch Nitron that's been made for my weight.
Yep.
And dropping 4 cartridges that are also set up for my weight. So she's going to handle better than already does.
Because Harley suspension's fucking dog shit.
Oh, it's dog shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you put airbags in it, Jeff, right?
Ah, fuck me.
Scary.
You're the reason I sold that bike.
I know.
Because I was kicking myself that I couldn't fucking get better on it. And then you wrote and went, that is fucking horrible. Get rid of it. And I went, okay, it's not just me then.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've been sorer after a ride
Yeah.
than riding that thing.
On that bike, we used to come to a bend in the highway and I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. Yeah. And
Yeah.
now
Is
I'm
it
like,
going to do this? When you come
yeah,
around
it's
the
starting to
corner?
wiggle. Yeah, it's horrible. It looks sexy, but fuck me.
So, yeah.
It's all look. Yeah.
The challenge I've set myself sort of a bit more, and it's been something I've been trying to do for a little bit, because I had a Harley in New Zealand that was Dad's, and I put big shocks in that, and trying to make a Harley go around a corner, but still be a Harley, right?
Yeah.
So
Just-
that's the low rider's got
Just has
bit-
to go. Bop, 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 bop.
but like it's got more clearance than the street bob that we had, and I had the fun of keeping up with a guy on an RSV4 just out of Maui up towards Nuji.
Aprilia's.
Yeah, Aprilia. And you could tell he was an older rider just because he had the old sort of, not quite Power Ranger leathers, but
close
pretty
to it.
close.
Yeah, yeah.
And you sort of know with the guys who get out in the hills a bit that they don't really change for flashy new gear. They just, they're about the riding.
It's purpose built, yeah.
It's for the riding, not for
Yeah.
the look,
Yeah.
so to speak. And you sort of knew he could get along. And I was at the start, I was out in front, and then I let him through because I didn't know the road. And then I stuck on him because I was committed to.
You knew he knew the road. So
I knew he knew the road, and I wanted to see how well I could stick with him on the bike in a pretty standard form. And then we sort of getting along pretty well. And then at the next town, he pulled over, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll just pull up as well. And got off, and he goes, I had to pull over and shake your hand because I've never had anyone keep up with me on a Harley like that. You ride that thing like, and chatting away, and he goes, oh, how long have you been riding for? I go, a long time, like 15 years or something. I go, I used to race those. He goes, oh, that makes sense. He goes, why don't you ride them anymore? I go, there's no challenge in it now.
Yeah.
Like, I could ride those easy, and I want to use all the speeder.
Yeah.
So put myself on something that makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Well, not even, but there's a challenge in that. It's a room for growth. It's exciting. And it's fun. Makes it more fun.
Yeah. Right,
So you've committed to going clean and sober for 2026. What sparked that decision?
Things were getting a little out of hand towards the end of last year. Been a
Reckless.
frequent.
bit too frequent was
Yeah.
probably the right word. Plus, with Cindy being pregnant as well, I sort of didn't want to be that guy that was out drinking and whatever and being a dick. So I sort of went, oh, fucking, you can't drink, I won't drink. And
Yeah.
set myself a challenge of not drinking until Otto's first birthday. Yeah.
So what does clean and sober mean to you? Think nothing.
No beers, no gears.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, 100% nothing. And like,
Soft drink and water boy.
soft drink and water. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe a hydrolite if I'm not feeling that fun.
Definitely need them after some of the rides.
Yeah.
How much of this is about fatherhood versus being right with yourself?
I feel like it's a hand in hand, really. Daughter's getting to the age where those conversations have already started coming up, and she's asking about doing stuff and that sort of carry on. And I'm like, well,
Asking that's good. I'm finding out.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm straight with her. You want to know something, you ask, you know.
No, I'm finding out it's already happened.
Yeah, it's a balancing act, right? Like, you don't want them to do it until they're sort of.
Brains.
Let their brain
Yeah.
develop is the main thing.
But then, like, they're so excited about it, and it's like, why?
So how did the injury and mental health factor into it?
Not much.
What do you mean?
The
Being
decision.
sober.
A bit of it, like, I've been on a weight loss goal for probably since you guys have known me. I think I was in like
Yeah, you're a much
high-
bigger boy when we met.
Well, I was about 130 something when I met you guys. That's why my 5XL cut is swimming on me now. Just trying to be healthier for my family and myself. We're just trying to get back down towards double digits in
Yeah.
weight. I think just having a good reset and
Dr. Rog, mate.
yeah, just being more, I guess, happy with myself and in myself. And, you know, it's easier to keep a positive outlook when everything's going.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
your body's good,
So
your mind's good.
one of my big things for drinking, the reason I drank so much was undiagnosed ADHD. And how do you feel with the clarity now, does that make the ADHD fire up more in your situation?
No, not really.
No?
To be fair, though, I was diagnosed. I was 10,
Yeah.
and I was on medication from 10 up till
Still
16.
now? So
No,
yeah.
nothing now. Got to a point where just didn't see the point. Like sort of, as a kid, sort of makes you feel numb, and you don't know. You're like, why do I feel this way? You don't know. You don't have the emotional or the.
I think that funny thing is like neurotypical is numb is normal.
Yeah, but
our numb is like, there's not fucking 20 tabs open and music coming from somewhere.
the dysfunction or the anger or anger for me was a big one when I was younger. Like I was just angry all the time. Yeah, for no real reason, and I was a cunt to my siblings. So like I picked on them, make them feel like shit, which is the main reason why I've sort of tried changing as I've gotten older and being more mindful as a person and that sort of thing. And then, just try not to be a cunt to the people that you care about.
Yeah.
Because they're probably the most important thing.
Absolutely.
So, do you think there's been anything haven't talked about that you want to talk about?
Oh, there's plenty of stuff.
We could do a series with this.
Yeah.
We could.
No, I think that we've got most of the, like,
Hit the big topics.
hit the,
I like this. You're only just opening up the first couple of pages of Dyson, yeah?
yeah, for sure. Like, we tried scheduling this last year and it just didn't work with timing and schedules and all that sort of stuff.
I upset you as well.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But, that's in its own thing. And, like the shirt that I'm wearing is for City's 40th anniversary, which
I was going to try and get to, but
didn't work, didn't happen. It is what it is. We got past it. But yeah, that was a sweet weekend. Yeah, so many people. And then because of when I had my accident, there was an accident 4 days later that involved the president of the club in New Zealand, in Sulphur, and 3 other people who lost their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, just terrible. And then all of those clubs coming together.
It was
for the
fantastic,
end.
yeah.
Like it was beautiful. Like there was tears and speeches.
We are going to
Just
get over there. I'll
camaraderie.
make it work. Yeah.
But
Difference is you guys can have a clubhouse, so even if I do get to New Zealand, I can pop in and fucking let them know who I am.
yeah, absolutely.
Replace their sticker bombs.
Yeah, pretty much every Friday night,
Yeah.
something going on up there. There's pool comps there all the time.
Yeah.
And then there's rides. I don't know what you really need to do. Part of me is just reach out to them and go, hey, I'm coming over. And go for a ride and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, some
But-
beautiful rides over there.
Yeah.
So when somebody says Twist the Throttle, not the podcast, what does it mean to you?
Just getting out and being free and having fun and just, the mental health side of things is for riding and just being able to block it out and let it go and have some fun.
Yeah.
I think, really.
So one thing I talk about a lot with the club is legacy. So we're about to enter this new chapter where we're going to have the 2 chapters going. What do you want your legacy to be? Not just as a father and as a man, but as a Rust Nut as well.
I guess for me, it's, the guy that if you need something, you call him, he'll be there. Cheeks will attest to that. Drop of the hat, and you need me there, I'll be there. Doesn't matter the cost or whatever, I'll be there. That's the sort of, that you can lean on me.
We're writing songs.
Yeah.
Lean on me.
Yeah. It's if something's dark or whatever, you need someone.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go there. Right, so that's what you want people to think of you now. What do you want to leave behind?
A club of people that
Have that same mentality.
that have the same mentality. That
I could walk in as an old man and go, this is still Rust Nut.
yeah, 100%. That's the goal. Like it's when our
With everything we're working on with the guys trying to put this together,
Yeah.
that's been my main goal. Like, how can we keep it
so
the same thing? Yeah.
when our kids are in, if they do choose to join,
They don't have a choice.
yeah, pretty much. When they get to that age and that sort of thing, and they can have that same thing that we've got here now.
We call them the Rusty Cousins. There's all the kids running around together.
I've always said I'll step out of this position as he steps into it. Well, thanks for coming along.
License or
Big
you
thing.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to remember that slips to the back of the mind. Thanks a lot for coming along, Chris.
Thanks for giving up your time, mate. Means a lot.
Giving them nothing here.
That's good.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Catch you later, listeners,
Cheers.
watchers.
Bye.
See you, I
To
see.
the next one.
Thanks for riding with us today on Twist the Throttle. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Remember, no matter how tough the road gets, you're never riding alone. Stay safe, stay open, and catch you on the next ride. Keep that throttle twisted.